Okay, I'm back up for another one. This time, what I want to do is I want to lift this bed off and get at the fuel pump. The fuel pump itself is fine, it's pumping, but the sending unit is part of that assembly and it's not working fine. So I think what we're going to do is swap that out as an entire assembly. You know, you're in that deep, you may as well change the fuel pump and get her done. Oh, I know the internet's kind of at a crossroads on what's easier. Remove the box, do it, or leave the box on, drop the tank. But because I have to do these cat corners anyway, for me it becomes a no-brainer. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to drop this guy out, and then we'll go ahead and install the new one. Let's take a look underneath. Each side pretty much mirrors the other. One thing I noticed though is I'm definitely gonna have to take off this this hitch of mine to get at those bolts. Man, is it ever rusty down there. We'll have to clean that up too. So we got a bolt there, we got another one there, and then same thing in the front. We got two more on each side, so two at the front and two at the back. It would make my life a lot easier. See how you look through that hole to access that bolt? Well, in this one I can't really do that with this hitch here. Fact is, I don't really want the hitch anyway, so I think it's a good time to yank her out of here. So that's what we're gonna do, and we'll start with this. We'll start with the hitch. Oh, actually, while we're on the subject, if you look here, you see this wiring. So this wiring is for the trailer hitch, which we're going to get rid of anyway. But it allows us to disconnect this, and then with the box can come off. I don't have to pull any tail lights or anything like that. We'll just pop her off right here, pop her off right here. We'll have to keep an eye on these grounds too. I'm not very familiar with the OBSs, but I am familiar with the fact that they got ground issues. So we're going to keep an eye out for these and make sure we remove and reattach them where necessary. I think there's one more over by the fuel tank door. So let me grab some tools and we'll get started. I got the trailer hitch out. Those bolts are likely going to be the worst ones I had to deal with because they just wanted to spin. I got these two bolts out. Now I'm going to take these ones out. They're coming out pretty good. That's number 3. They're coming out pretty clean like that. So this is a very front one. It's just ahead of the front of the front spring perch of the rear spring. And then the fourth one is on the inside here. You won't be able to see it, but it's right by the shock. I'll grab that one now. Okay, so down here you'll see this 10 mil. It runs to this ground strap off the fuel hose here. So don't make sure you don't forget that or you'll just be fighting it. So I'm going to pop that guy off and then we'll there's 3 T30s here. Don't make the mistake of pulling these 2 off. That's just for your gas door. Okay, so on the wiring here, we got a ground wire, and then we got this basically just a plug-in wire. And then we have these lines coming off. So this one here is basically a vent back to your fuel fill, and then we have a return and a fuel line. And then there's this guy here. I'm not too sure what that is, but we got 4 in total. 2 of them are going to be a 5/8 and a 3/4. This little ground buddy here is 13 mil. And there's not a lot of pressure on these either. You don't have to gorilla them on. And that way you don't have to gorilla them off. This one's got a lot of rust on it, so I don't know if it's been done before or not. 35 years old, you'd think so though. Alright, and then the last one is this little clamp here. Alright, so the wires look the same. They color coded the same. Black, purple, gray. Yep, okay, that's good. And then over here we have this one going to our gas fill, these 3 threaded ones, and then this guy. Yeah, we look good. Alright, I'm just going to set that over here for now. Okay, so this thing can only twist one way, so that's the way we'll twist it. As long as it doesn't bend over like that. Alright, so we don't want as much crap falling in there. So let's pop this guy off. This guy's ready to come out. Sock out. That's the offending guy here. I don't see anything physically wrong with it, but I do know it's not working. So we'll get this guy out. Okay, so now we'll put our O-ring in here. And we just got this guy on top. And you can see it's got little spots to hammer against, so. You want to feed your wires through there, and then all your piping through there too. I'm just going to clean that up before we throw it back on. Make sure you take your wires and tuck them back under where they're safe, so they don't get pinched between the bed and the cross member here. Well, we'll see if it worked. Now our problem wasn't the fuel pump not working. Our problem was the gauge. Oh no. Fuel pump's working, but the gauge isn't. Okay, so I just slipped the bed back on by myself here, and I gotta say this thing's working okay. I got no complaints about it. Of course I didn't get that recorded. Check this out. I crawl under here with all my bars and stuff to try and line this up, and I don't know where they are you gonna see that or not. We're lined up. Like, first drop, just drop her on and go. Like, are you kidding me? What are the odds? Where are we there? Can you see it? It's this guy. She's there. Sorry. This guy too. It's there. Like, just dropped her on and bolted her in. Not that I'm saying it's that simple, and there's certainly some luck involved. Well, that's pretty cool. Thought I'd share something good anyway. I also swapped out this brake line here. Man, that sucked. But it's done. I'm gonna throw some bolts in here and call this done.